Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a Sunday sermon. Happy Father's Day. It is truly Father's Day for what that ever stands for. And we're very blessed today with who's going to give us our message, the ultimate Father. Jesus himself is with us this morning, and he is going to speak to all of us. So our Father is ready. He always is. So let's begin. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Yes, today is Father's Day, and I asked Barry if I would be allowed to speak. I think he was afraid to say no, so here I am. Father's Day is a very interesting holiday. You see, fathers are incredibly important. Without a father, you wouldn't have a child. Mothers are very important too, don't misunderstand me, but fathers fathers are the ones that give great guidance to the young. I am all your fathers. You see, without me, none of you would exist. I decided that humans would be a very interesting experiment. I created humans, and I assured that there had to be a father and a mother. Without a father, there will be no children. Without a mother, there will be no children. So fathers and mothers control the world. When a father has a relationship with a mother and a child is created, that father has created a great responsibility. You see, a father needs to give guidance to the young. The majority of the time a child grows up is spent with the mother, and the mother teaches it love, teaches it affection, teaches it many, many things. But a father teaches it something different. A father will do things like teach it to hunt, play sports, do many things. A mother will instill a basic faith. You see, many people, as you look back in your early life, you'll say, "My mother made me believe in God. She spoke of him. God was her friend. She told me that if I lived a good life, then everything would be fine." She gave me very, very basic foundations because the mother's with the child almost full time as it grows up. But as the child grows older, it starts to seek the guidance of a father. Now, here's where things can fall apart. Many fathers neglect their children. They think that just that sexual experience is enough and the mother will take care of it from there. Well, that is something that father is going to pay for when he returns. That will be on the negative side as his guides judge him. A good father teaches a child, teaches him right from wrong, teaches him an occupation. In the old days, the ancients, at the time of the ancients, the fathers pretty much showed the children an occupation, showed them how to get along, how to raise a family. Fathers, fathers are incredibly critical. Today, we're seeing many children drawing away from God. Many people are just too busy, they think, to believe in me. Well, I exist. I exist in all of you. There's a spark of my energy in every human being. If you ignite that spark, then you will live a good life. You'll find happiness. Many people ignore that spark. They never achieve the goals that they were sent back to achieve. And they never achieve true happiness because only true happiness can be found through believing in me and following my words. Fathers today need to take a more active role. Now, generally, when their children are growing up, is a time when the fathers are the most busy in their lives. They're trying to earn the money to raise the family. Now, I'm assuming it's not one of the fathers that have run away from their children and won't accept the responsibilities. Because you see, when fathers don't accept responsibility, bad things happen. A mother can only do so much. It's very difficult for her to raise a family on her own. Under an ideal relationship, the mother stays home and spends the time with the child. Today, your politicians make it very difficult. They've allowed inflation to make it hard for you to maintain your purchasing power. A job that paid adequately 2, 3 years ago does not cover the bills today. That's a sad thing. That type of action forces people to require help from the government. Once you lose your independence and need government assistance to live, you've crossed a very dangerous line because now the government has the ability to control you. A father needs to instill a basic understanding into the child that it has to live a good life itself. That child has to understand that his generation will control things in the future. A father is of age where his generation generally helps control the destiny of a country. Today, you're seeing situations where great evil is taking the lives of many fathers in Europe on both sides. You see, Russia's being destroyed because they're losing their young. The stupidity of their government has driven their young, the fathers, away. They've left the country. If an individual had the means and understood they were being lied to, many of them left the country when the war broke out. Hundreds of thousands of their young are being maimed, being killed for no reason. The Ukrainian youth are protecting their country and they're being killed. So that's going to have a terrible effect in the future for them as well. Each one of those fathers that are being killed will not be able to influence their children. So those children and their mothers will do the best they can, but those children will grow up without the influence of a father. In many countries, the government does what they can to help those children, but the responsibility falls upon the mother, and she has to be strong. A father needs to assure that child that it can have the confidence to move forward, to gain education, and to be able to raise his own family. When that child becomes a father, it's his responsibility to do what he can for the child. You see, this is the way it's been for thousands and thousands of years. The child depends upon the father. The father builds the foundation for the child. It's a symbiotic relationship. But if the father does not live up to the expectations, if the child abandons, or if the father abandons the child, then bad things happen. A father has an image. That child sees his father as the greatest person in the world. It is only the father himself that can destroy that image. I want each and every one of you that are listening to me today, each father, we'll get to mothers later, but each father, today's Father's Day, so I'm going to pick on fathers. Each father must live up to his responsibility with his child. It is the responsibility to make sure that that child knows right from wrong, to care for that child, to assure that that child has a sound foundation. Today, evil is everywhere. It's especially in the schools. Many schools are teaching children to draw away from me. When the United States was founded, I was a very important part of your founding documents. Today, it seems as though people want to take me completely out of the schools, out of government. Teachers, have been fired for praying during school hours. Think about that. An individual has lost his ability to pray because he works for a school system. How do you think that's going to reflect upon the children? They're going to draw away. They're not going to want to put up with the penalties that people are putting on them if they say they believe in me. It's up to the mothers and the fathers to defend the right to pray, to worship, to do whatever they need to do to follow me. You see, things are changing very rapidly. Science and technology tend to lead people away from me. It's up to the fathers to assure the children that I exist. The mothers will tell them that I exist, and the fathers will reinforce that thought, that fact, that absolute fact. The fact of my existence is the greatest fact that you humans need to understand. Fathers, the future's in your hands. What you do with that future is entirely up to you. I want you to make sure that your families are taught of me. There's no downside. You see, I don't speak of things or subjects that will help hurt your children. When I speak, my words will only help. My words are what is required for humans to exist. And fathers, you're the ones that need to push it. You need to assure that under any circumstances, under poverty, richness, and everything in between, those children have to understand that it is only through my blessings that humans can progress and find happiness. I hope that all of you fathers that are listening, that I've been able to build up your egos today, because I've told you how important you are. Fathers are incredibly important. If fathers stand back and let evil take place, then the child will probably follow that example. So, happy Father's Day to all of you. When I end my little talk today, contemplate how you can be a better father. We can all be better fathers. There's places I can do a better job. There's times that maybe I should step in, but I allow free will to determine the path of all. Use that free will to believe in me, and please use that free will to lead your family to my words and to find happiness. So goodbye. I bless all of you as always. Don't usually be on this show, but I thought it was something special today. So thank you and goodbye. Okay. Happy Father's Day to everybody. Now you know how important you are. I hope that he built up everybody's ego. And I hope that he's convinced some to listen to his words. So thank you for listening. We're here every Sunday morning. You never know whose words you're going to hear. And I try to keep mine as short as possible. So goodbye and have a great day.